Good afternoon, this is Jeff of Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 3002 Southeast 66th Avenue here in Portland. We're located inside the home, pulled the toilet, we're going through the 4-inch cast iron flange in the floor. Check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We're currently going down through the main stack. We do have water running, and we'll zero out right here at the base of the stack. We'll refer to this spot as the point of access. Here we go. Transitions here at 36 feet over to 6-inch concrete. Alright, just ahead of the camera here at about, you can see the opening there to the main at about 77 feet where we're able to get all the way. We hit the main there. I'm going to go do locates to verify where the line terminates. We'll let the pipe drain out completely before rolling back. We can get a good look at everything. I'm seeing quite a lot of wear in the concrete though. It's flowing well, but it looks like it's getting right up to the end of its lifespan. Alright, located the camera head out in the street. On 66, we're going to go ahead and start rolling back here. You can see the concrete pipe there, especially if that joint is looking rough. I mean, it's wearing almost right through the pipe wall there at that point. And here's the spot right here where you can see the age of the concrete. You have a hole right in the side of the pipe there, right at that joint. And this right here is pretty much right at the curb. I'm going to go put a marking here. Alright, we are at the, about 10 inches prior to the curb here in the grass curb strip. Put a big white X down there. We're right at 7 feet deep. You can see the size of the aggregate rock starting to show through here. Again, it's still working, but you can see what happened to that joint up ahead. Once this stuff becomes brittle, it can start breaking away. We're about 8 feet deep here now in the front yard area. Just going to do white lines or dashes in between the X and the T marking. at either end of the concrete section. Alright, I put a T marking here indicating the cast iron transition. From this point, from the cast iron out to the street curve, I do recommend updating. I would look into doing a pipe liner. This section of the pipe does drain properly. Again, it is at the end of its lifespan though, so I do recommend it be updated. And it's ranging from 7 feet deep at the start. It's about 7 feet deep at the end and roughly 8 feet in the middle. That's just due to the ground, the way it's built up there in the front yard. I'd also recommend getting the clean out downstairs opened up. The flange is shot on it. Basically just need to chop the old clean out off of there and just put a rubber cap on it, and you have proper access to the line. I'd recommend a rescope after any repair work is done to ensure it was done correctly. As far as I can tell there, that hole that was in the pipe is right at the curb, right as it starts to drop into the street. That's one of those you could contact the city to find out, but if you're taking the repair all the way to the end there, that liner is going to just about overlap that spot. But I would contact the city to find out how they would divvy that up. Generally, you have a pipe material change right at the curb where it transitions to the city. It's a little hard in this situation to tell right where that's at. Anyway, aside from the worn concrete there, we do have good flow all the way out to the main lateral. That's what allows us to do a liner for the repair rather than trenching. The line is functioning at this time. All the pipe, aside from the concrete that we just got there, the cast iron is in really good shape and functioning very nicely. I'd also recommend updating this flange here over to a newer style that has bolts sticking up out of the floor.